What's going on, guys? It's your boy Tim Aslan here. So, I wanted to update the Bitcoin chart for you. I did an update on Friday, and we were around this area on the chart. In that update, I said look around the 618 and the 1 fib right here for shorts, um, which hit on looks like Sunday. Saturday and Sunday was a good short entry to ride it down. And now what's going to happen. So I have a few scenarios here, but the main one that I'm actually pretty excited about that seems pretty clear to me is this 5 waves down right here. So as you can see, clear, nice, clean 5 waves down. Um, this indicates that this low from the fifth wave will be broken again after a retracement. So the rule is at least a 382 retracement of the entire move, which we already got on this early morning pump right here. But I think it's going to throw in another high, and that's why I have this short setup charted. So the reason I think it'll throw another high is number one, the move from the top down took 20 to 21 hours. And then the move from the bottom to this high only took about 3 or 4 hours. So that's not proportional. Usually it should be pretty close to the same amount of time. So I'm inferring that it'll go up one more time, and we can use these fib pivots like this to actually point out on the chart where we think it's going. Obviously, the 618 is truncated, so it's not relevant. But the next areas of interest are this 100% and this 1.23 and this 1.618. So, um, you know, most likely scenario is 1.23, but let's see the reaction. It's not a big deal if we enter here at 59K, 59,200 to be exact. That matches the 618 retracement of this move. So that's the main scenario where I think we'll get a good trade probably today. And where I would look to take that trade is down to break these lows right here, 55, 955. And I think that can take us to, as we mentioned in our previous video, this 1.23 at 55, 527, and this daily level over here. So if you guys remember in the last video, we were looking at this possibility of this leading diagonal to the downside. So this wave 4 completed nicely, really proportionate to the wave 2, really nice. And so that's why this final low around the 1.23 makes a lot of sense as a point to either do a corrective move to the upside like this, and this would be a wave 1, this would be a wave 2. We would short this with our stop loss at the high. So that's one scenario. Or that this is a WXY corrective, and then we're going to break that high. So I'm not quite sure which scenario it will be yet. I am leaning more towards this leading diagonal scenario. But what we're going to know is, from this move up, if it moves up very impulsive like this, a nice clean 5 wave structure, then we know it's probably going to break the high. We wouldn't take any shorts. We would actually look for longs on this retracement. But if we see kind of like a big move like this, and then it goes down, we can look for longs here. But once it does that triple wave structure, then we'll be able to know that we want to short and put our stop loss at the high. So that's how we would differentiate that. But I'll definitely make more update videos before we get there. So don't worry too much about that. Just the main thing right now is if we are lucky enough to get price around this 1.23, 100% target up here, which so far it looks like we will have that chance. I think that's a very high probability short simply because we rejected from an Elliott wave target up here. We completed 5 waves to the downside, and now we're retracing up. We can also look at the CVD data. I'm sure it will create a bearish divergence once we get up here. And so I think it's a pretty high probability short for those reasons. So if you have any questions, go ahead and leave them in the comments below. If you need an exchange and you're in the US, check out Bit2Nex. They don't require KYC. They don't even require a VPN, and you can trade futures on there. And they have a spot. It's a really great exchange. So the link to that is below. But I'll see you guys in the video tomorrow.